Ma'am, we are in line.
Respected learned delegates from across country and continent and academia, and my dear good students, a very good afternoon to one and all. I am Putra, Assistant Professor, Department of Marketing Management, and I feel privileged to welcome you all on behalf of the Organizing Committee of Guru Nanak Center for Research and Department of Marketing Management, Guru Nanak College. I welcome you all for the day one of the International Industry Academia Conclave on Education in the Post-COVID World, Challenges and Novel Strategies. Prayer is an action. It is the process of talking to God in order to achieve a purpose. So let us begin this program by seeking the blessing of Lord Almighty with our college prayer song. A key aspect of coping with COVID-19 is to ensure that services are being delivered to whatever extent possible. While for professionals across industries, it has been an easier transition as many of them work on their laptops or smart devices even in office. They can simply plug in at homes now. Of course, what is missing is face-to-face personal communication, which will get restored as when and things are back to normal. But students and teachers have had to make far bigger adjustments as learning and teaching has always been in classrooms, which they can't go to now. Besides, many of them may not be that well equipped with technology tools to avail of remote learning. Here, the Digital India vision of the government is emerging as a vital instrument for solving the present crisis due to COVID-19. The lockdown has accelerated adoption of digital technology, educational institutes, analytics, computer data management methods, and online education solutions have been forced to work in tandem and improve in quality and delivery time to handle such situations. This is an ideal time to experiment and deploy new tools to make education delivery meaningful to students and teachers who can't go to campuses. It is a chance to be more efficient and productive while developing new and improved professional skills, knowledge, technological interventions, and follow novel strategies in educational practices. Now, let us have the pleasure of listening to the opening remarks. May I request Dr. M.G. Raghunathan, our beloved principal, to deliver the welcome address. Sir, please.
Good afternoon, one and all. Resource person of the day, Ms. Bhawna, Sugandha, and Head of the Department and the Organizing Secretary, Mrs. Macayla, Head of the Department of Marketing Management, the convener of this program, Dean Research, Deputy Director, Field Research Institute, and also the Head of the Department of Zoology, Associate Professor Dr. J. Jayanti, host of this program, Mrs. Suddenly I forgot her name, and Madam, I forgot it. Mrs. Uttara Govindarajan, my dear friend, that's how I forgot her. And all the participants, Vice Principal Shiftu and Vice Principal Dean Student Affairs Dr. Mediterranean and all my colleagues. Some disturbances. And all my colleagues who are participating today in this international webinar, and my dear students, I am happy to extend my heartiest welcome to the resource person of the day, Ms. Bhawna Sugandha. I don't know, I wonder always, all the time, that marketing management and also the GNC are equivalently, they are competing with each other in conducting organizing programs. That is why now they have come to a mutual understanding that both should conduct together these kind of programs. Really, the topic is Industry Academia Conclave 2021, the education in a post-COVID world, challenges and novel strategies. Topic, I don't know who has chosen this. Really, the resource person, really, this is a challenging task for as a teachers. See, now today's scenario is that the students have started enjoying the vacation. In spite, they don't want to come to the college and they are used to online. In the name of online, they are switching on the mobile, putting it into the mute or some whatever it is, and they are enjoying the vacation. This is how the challenge is greatest threat and challenge in the field of education, and so also to the teachers. Beyond sustainability, I don't know what she is going to justify beyond sustainability. I am very eager to listen to that. What is beyond sustainability? Yes, of course. I don't know whether this education will sustain or not, because that is the condition today. The government is neither announcing online or neither announcing offline. It is a hybrid model, they say. So most of the students, whenever we go for a request to the students, they all prefer online. This is the order of the day. I don't know what is going to be the fate of that. We are eagerly waiting, madam, to listen to your beyond sustainability. Wonderful topic given. I think marketing management is really marketing the department, and Guru Nanak Center for Research is also doing their best on their part by choosing their partners, excellent partners. Wonderful combination. With these few words, I wish both the departments, that is GNCR, so also the marketing management, to do much more programs like this. And really, I hope this day's topic, beyond sustainability, will be the best ever during this pandemic period which we have heard of. And I wish both the departments and also the organizers and the convener, and also I extend my heartiest welcome to the resource person of the day, Ms. Bhawna. Sometimes, if time permits, we can bring her virtually here also offline program to conduct so many offline programs for the benefit of the students. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. I welcome one and all for this wonderful meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Your thought-provoking welcome address set a perfect platform for our speaker to deliver her presentation. Thank you once again, sir. Next, I invite Dr. J. Jayanti, convener, Dean Research, Guru Nanak Center for Research, to give an overview on the Guru Nanak Center for Research and the Department of Marketing Management and about the Industry Academia Conclave 2021. Ma'am, please.
Good evening. The Guru Nanak Center for Research, in association with the Department of Commerce, Marketing Management, welcomes you all to the Industry Academia Conclave 2021. The objective of this international conclave is to bring together experts from the industry and academia to discuss prime issues concerning industry and academia based on the current societal requirement. We seek to explore avenues of possible fusion pertaining to current issues as well as to find plausible solutions to bridge corporate expectation with academic training. The theme of this conclave is Education in the Post-COVID World, the Challenges and Novel Strategies. This conclave and interaction with various stakeholders will be a valuable experience for one and all. As a Center for Excellence, Guru Nanak Center for Research was founded in 2019 to commemorate the 550th birth anniversary celebration of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. It includes a broad spectrum of interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary research activities open to all researchers and academicians of Guru Nanak College, widening its horizon, encompassing all departments, arts, science, commerce and management studies. It is a premier research center with a cutting-edge knowledge on the recent trends in research from all disciplines. The Department of BCom Marketing Management was established in the academic year 2015. It strives to blend influential contribution of commerce and marketing and communicate these to students in a way that generates the curiosity in the next generation to create responsible citizens and marketing professionals. This course helps the students to identify and demonstrate the dynamic nature of the environment in which marketing decisions are taken and appreciate the implications for marketing strategy determination and implementation. The department offers specialized papers in marketing, which is a combination of both theory and practical sessions. The purpose of this course is to develop an understanding of the underlying concepts, strategies, and the issues involved in the exchange of products and services. GNCR spreads its wing to online interaction across the globe by conducting workshops, seminars, conferences, faculty development program, research development programs, industry academia conclaves, and certificate courses from all disciplines. This industry academia conclave will address the challenges faced by the education sector post-COVID. I hope all the participants across the country, students and faculty members will benefit from the deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable insights on the conclave. May I now request M.L. Mayalakshmi, Head Department of Marketing Management and Organizing Secretary for the conclave, to introduce our speaker for the day, Ms. Bhawna Sugandha. Ma'am, please.
A very good afternoon to all present here. So, respected dignitaries and all the participants. So, it's my proud privilege to introduce today's inaugural speaker, Madam Bhawna Sugandha. Madam Bhawna Sugandha is a mind coach, an organizational trainer, and a management consultant. She has trained over 72,000 plus professionals over a period of 12 years. With her overall versatile experience of 12 years, she has contributed in organizations' development by ethical leadership, diligent planning, people skill building, vision building, handling change, creative execution, reprocess engineering. Her forte lies in post-training effectuation using different andragogy techniques. Her most expertise areas into training are organizational behavior training, leadership development, marketing and customer centricity, filling communication gaps, team effectiveness, and system thinking. She has trained and given her consulting services over different corporates, manufacturing units, public sector undertaking, organizations, MSMEs, educational institutions, government agencies, and the respected Indian Army too. She is a certified strategic consultant and renowned organizational trainer coach. About her skill highlights, she's an expert leadership skill trainer, people management, intrinsic motivation. She's very expert in team building, strategic planning, execution, public relation, customer handling, experiential learning, system thinking, business communication skill, risk management, employee relationship, and the list go on. About her training clients, she was a trainer for Larsen & Turbo, Bosch, Rajasthan Police Academy, Genesis, Vibhav Gem Limited, Godrej, Ambuja Cements, HPCL, ATC, Vivo, Agarsen Engineering, Safin, Rajasthan Patrika, IIGJ, APS, Accentive Health, Vita, Sri EduServe, Country Inn, Shiv Shakti Group, Central Detective Training School, Country Inn, and Educational Institute and various colleges all over India. And about her educational qualifications, he completed MBA in Sales and Marketing, PGDCC Corporate Communication, and her experiences all over India. And she is from the beautiful city of Jaipur. And on behalf of Department of Marketing Management and the Research Department of Guru Nanak College, I proudly welcome you, Bhawna, to this program. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear all, may I now request Ms. Bhawna Sugandha, Director, Macayla E&P Services Private Limited, also a management consultant and organizational trainer, to address the participants of the webinar. Ma'am, please.
Thank you so much. Very good afternoon to everyone. I would really like to thank, and I'm really delighted to be here and present with everybody. So thank you, all the ladies and gentlemen, to welcome me, dignitaries, teachers, everybody else. So we all know we are here for, we're here to talk about the future possibilities post-COVID. We're here to talk about how the new normal looks like. So before I begin, can I request Maya ma'am to please have the presentation on screen, if that
Yes,
can be shown to everyone. All right, so all the students listening, by the time we are playing the presentations, as we know, technical things takes a little bit of time. That is again a part of new normal. So let's have a hello to everyone. I am looking at the chat box also. So good afternoon, everyone. Can I hear good afternoon in the chat box from you all? So we can play the presentation. Okay. Perfect. You can just do a show mode so that everybody can see the screen on a show mode. All right. I think I'm audible to everyone. If I can just hear some response. Okay, I just saw a comment from Neha ma'am. Neha from Neha's MSc Zoology. Okay, nice, Neha. So can you all hear to me, since I am not able to get any one voice? Okay, perfect. So I'm heard. Perfect. Great. So good afternoon, all the students. Let us understand what is, future beyond sustainability. So before we move from future beyond sustainability, let us understand what is this, post-COVID new normal. Why is this new normal happening across? Why we are talking? So I'll just give you a brief on how we will be talking further for next 40 minutes. We all will be chatting together. So I will be talking to you, and I will be expecting your answers over a chat box, which I can see right in front of me. Great, students. So I could hear yes. And since it is live streaming, I can understand the responses, in some due of time. So there can be still silence at times. So please understand this can be a network flaw at the same. Great. So moving ahead, and now, what is that you loved in the entire last year of 2019? So write down in the chat box one thing which you all as students loved about 2019 and one thing which you hated about 2019. We will talk about sustainability. Let's hear it from you first. What is that one thing you loved about 2020? Sorry. So what did you learn about 2020? One thing which you did not like about 2020. So you talk about COVID times, your best and your worst experiences of COVID. One line explanations, or maybe one line, one word on chat box. Okay, I'm waiting for the answers. Spend time with family, lovely. Kamini says spend time with family. Okay, especially the classes. What did you like, Ajish, about the classes? Okay, more answers. Students, let's participate and understand each other. It's always good to communicate within each other. Okay, I'll tell you what did I like about the 2020 and what I did not like about 2020. So what I did not like about 2020 is we got really far from people, right? We felt somehow irritated and bored inside. But at the same time, we became very close with our family members, with our loved ones, because these are the core people we can be with together. Another thing which I enjoy during the lockdown is finding your own time, finding things which you love to do and you're always craving about, you don't have time to do it. There are a lot of things which we think is not able to happen, but then lockdown, post lockdown, the limited timing we had for work to go out, all has given us the opportunity to think beyond, the opportunity to accept the realities across. So, what we have learned is adaptability. And we are fast to adapt anything around us. So, I had a lot of conversation with mom and dad. This is what RG Venkata says. Very nice, amazing. So we see that you all have enjoyed with your parents, with your close friends, with your family members, because that's the time to bond. And post that also, we had this good time to talk more about what's happening new. People are worried at the same time. They are worried on what is new coming to us, what will happen in future. So while the fight against COVID-19 pandemic is not yet won, guys, right? With the vaccine inside, there is at least a fair light at the end of the tunnel, along with that hope that something will be better. But still, you know, we must pray that there should not be any train heading our ways more. So 2021 will be the year of transitions. Year of transitions. So today's time which I will be sharing why beyond sustainability is important. We will be talking about a regenerative approach, what COVID-19 impact on education and industries, and how we can address the disruptions and bring resilience. And then the most important is what is next. So anything which you all feel like asking me any point of time, you can just write down in the chat box. You can ask me immediately. I'll be there to answer you. So if there is any questions, feel free to ask me. Can we move to the next slide? So now we talk about why beyond sustainability. Someone who's managing the slide can change the slide. Slide 3. So why beyond sustainability? What do you think? Why sustainability is important? Or why we need to go beyond sustainability? Okay, this is the 4th slide. We want to go to the 3rd. The third slide. Yes, thank you. Okay. So let me hear out from you students, why sustainability? What do you think sustainability is all about? Why we need to sustain and why we need to go beyond sustainability? I'm waiting in the chat box. Okay. See, sustainability is what has been taught before. We all were sustainable till the time we realized that sustainability is not enough. Instead of being less bad, instead of being less harmful, we need to focus on how human activities can give a positive impact. Human activities should have a positive impact to help and regenerate the world. It is very important if we talk about sustainability, we should look at, okay, now I can hear, I can see the charts. Sustainability is important for survival. 100% right, Rohan. Sustainability is important for survival. Meeting our needs. Okay, we need to meet our needs for being sustainable. All right. It's more time with my family, but we attended class through online. Okay, nice. Parisnath studies a lot. Okay. We can move to the next slide, ma'am. So now when you understand sustainability is something which we are looking for us to, grow ourselves, to make us better. We don't want to be little better. We want to be best. We want to thrive out. We want to glow. We want to grow in the field of competitiveness. Now, COVID has bring a lot of competitiveness in the society. Why it is so? What do you think? Why competitiveness is there in the society? Because to prove yourself worthy is now more than ever. All the brands are competing within themselves to prove themselves more worthy than before. And why it is so? Because for a while, the competition was just over. Everybody was at a rest. But at the back of it, all the CEOs were busy in thinking to be an extra step ahead, to make sure that how can they become better? How can they be one of the best what they look at their brands as? So just to sustain will not help us. Just being good is not right. Being best is what is required. But in the line of being best, what we throw away to the society is also important to look at. The pandemic has given us an opportunity to think, what if something like this happens again? Are we prepared? We are just not yet over with this pandemic. Are we prepared for anything else? What's new? What is different gonna happen? Now you have to be more than ever ready and more adaptive towards anything happening across. Correct. Ajish says it very rightly that quarantine made us look out for new resources. Quarantine has given us the opportunity to think beyond, and that is why beyond sustainability is important for all of us. So I move ahead and I'll tell you, being sustainable is just not enough. When you go beyond sustainable, what is that you need is regeneration. Regeneration. Anything what has been done, regenerated to a better aspect. Ma'am, can we move to the slide 5? The fifth slide. Okay, so by the time we are moving to the fifth slide, I will just tell you and give you a brief on how is it, what is it about. Regenerations. Have you ever seen anything regenerating in uh, within the society or near your house or anything? What do you understand, students? What do you understand by regeneration? What is regeneration for you? Let me see in the chat box. Okay, I'm waiting for the answers in the chat box. The question is, what is regeneration as per you? To grow. Okay, nice. I see good replies from Ajish. Thank you so much for being so active. Ajish Prakash says regeneration is about growing. Good. Let me see some more reviews in the chat. Students, let us make it more engaging. Let me not just sit at some corner of the city and some corner of the world and talking over this. Let us make it more interactive. Perfect. To grow. Okay. Somebody else. Okay. Rohan again says to grow. Wonderful, Rohan. Now, you see, writing a response is giving you an opportunity to be visible. You should not miss this opportunity. So grab it, grab your keyboard and start writing. Okay, developing ourselves. Nice, wonderful. So Parasnath says developing ourselves. So regeneration, okay, I have one more reply, is to experience what have not experienced in olden days. Wow, Venkatesh says experiencing something which has not been experienced so far. Rohini says replacing and restoring, renewal or restoration. Rohan again says that's wonderful, wonderful to see all of you interacting and participating in this. Now, regeneration is what is being done. Do it again. Regeneration. Do it again. We need to have more regenerative approaches. We need to have more regenerative approaches. Okay, to develop. Mukund again says to develop. Wonderful, Mukund. Now, see, when we talk about it, we need to have more regenerative approaches in our current actions. Whatever as human beings we've been doing, it is important for us to be more regenerative. It is absolutely okay. It is absolutely within our power to build a thriving economy. So to thrive an economy, it is really not difficult. An economy that social, environmental, and cultural regenerations are looking for at its core is really easy for all of us to build. It is not difficult. But what are regenerative approaches? What are these regenerative approaches we are talking about? Because regeneration is just not an aspiration. It is an obligation to those who came before us, and it is a responsibility of all of us in the current to hold the regenerations to come. But kya hai? What is this regeneration approaches? What do we call this regenerative approaches? Can anyone write in the chat box? I'll just check in the chat box if somebody writing. What is regenerative approaches? Okay, I'm waiting for the answers in the chat box. So I know I have a wonderful audience who will be participating with me, and soon I will be talking about what industries you should look at as your future. But let us first understand the mindset. Mindset is what brings us up or takes us down. It is the troll of life which, keeps us moving. But mindset is one that ignites it. So let me see in the chat box, what is regenerative approaches? What do you think as an individual, what approach you can bring into the society? By the time we can move to the next slide. Yes, thank you, ma'am. So what is that approach we can bring into the society? I'll give you a hint. An approach which seeks also the well-being of society, just not the development of society along with it. An approach which does not focus on finding problems, but rather on it will help on designing the solutions of problems. So your focus is not what is the problem. The focus should lie on designing the solution of problems. Now, can anyone suggest what they think of regenerative approaches? Okay, now I have some responses. Ajish says focus on ideas and implementation needed. Wonderful, Ajish. Renew or ritualize. Creating ideas and formulating plans. Nice, wonderful, Rohan. Renew or ritualize. It is nice to see the responses. Creating plans or formulating plans is a good thing, but what your approach should be. Approach is how you look at things. Okay, I again have one. Parsnath is saying implementing new and innovation features. Okay, wonderful, Parsnath. So see, these innovations should be taken care while thinking on your approach. Your approach should be more designing a solution for a problem, not finding out what are the problems around. Designing a solution, keeping in mind it does help society. It does build society, a way of approach and implementation. Wonderful, wonderful, Venkata. Okay, I have another thing. Regeneration is the natural process of replacing. Okay, I don't need the dictionary, you know, the dictionary solutions of regeneration, but yeah, once restoring damaged, missing cells, tissues. Okay, regeneration is a biological word. Priya, it was wonderful to see that effort. But yes, it is a biological word. But regeneration is applicable everywhere, whether it is your thoughts, whether it is a business, whether it is your studies, whether it is your way to look at when exams are approaching, everywhere, right? Regeneration was developing research. Okay. Research may result into regeneration, but thank you so much, Rasaya, to write. So now understand, when we talk about regeneration and the society around us, what are we looking at is building up things which does not harm society, which rather harness it. So let us understand from all of you. We move to the next slide and see. We start the journey from our own side. As students, what impact does this pandemic or online education has given it to you? Let us see and hear out from you. Okay, we have some more people writing to bring out a new idea that can restore and repair the problem. Wonderful, wonderful. Who is it? Swaramam. Okay, if I misspell, please, apologies for it. So can we move to the next slide? Okay, great. Impact on education. So I don't want you to write anything on the chat box this time. I want you to use emoticons. You know those emoticons which you use on WhatsApp a lot. So use that emoticons and share your feelings about the impact of education during the pandemic, during the time. And we are not impressing anybody. So use your real emotions with the time. I'm waiting in the chat boxes for everyone to write. What impact do you think education got during the pandemic? Show through emoticons, right? Instead of writing, or write one word to express it. Let's see your regenerations of language. Because I'm waiting for the chat box responses. Okay, now we have some really big answers. Due to this pandemic situations, we attended the class through online, so we missed the real experience. Well said, Parasnath. Priya says the regenerative design approach develops the vision of sustainable place for clients to dwell within. Wonderful. Yes, Priya, it does. But let me hear out your experiences, your feelings, your emotions of this online classes. So we all have seen as means to arrest the spread of COVID-19 pandemic, schools and colleges were shut. And we were all excited at first. Wonderful, we're not supposed to go to any school and college. Wow, there will be no exams. And suddenly we started, feeling a lot of other things, other emotions, because we were out of touch with people. Now, if you see, the study says 1.5 billion people. So, people, I mean students, 1.5 billion students have been affected of this lockdown over the world. It is about 72% of the total students population in world. They are the people who got affected. They are the students who got affected out of this. Now, this unique way of learning, what Rohan also says, and Ajish says that they have learned something apart from syllabus. Some people may not have the proper facilities, but it gives some new experiences which I never experienced. True person. A lot of people have not imagined education without the boundaries of school or college. Um, in fact, higher education is something which nobody could imagine being online, though there were distance programs running. But still, what does it bring to us? Good experience, the online classes. Nicely said. 42053. Now, what actually this education has brought, I'll tell you. The impact on education was, the classes which was held over Zoom, Google Meets, or maybe Microsoft Teams and other platforms, they cannot be equated to the online classes. You just can't say that this is enough, right? This is enough. Because while these classes have ensured that there has to be some means to be in touch with the students, the teachers try to make sure that there is some engagement within the students and teachers are there or is possible. But at the same time, this virtual replication of the classrooms has actually resulted in, bored students after a while, because online they got bored of all online things around. They wanted to go and meet the students, have a real time experience. And even teachers were exhausted. We feel that it was very easy, but it wasn't for a lot of teachers. Becoming first this digital friendly. Second, making sure that whatever they're teaching is reaching to you. There is no physical emotion involved. So, making sure that the class is attending properly, they're listening, right? They're engaged. It was very exhaustive for all the teachers. So, what has been looked at? The opportunities comes is the online education system required a robust digital infrastructure, an infrastructure which was not yet focused. And why it was not focused? Because people were not prepared for this pandemic, correct? But now they are. They're prepared. So a robust digital infrastructure is required, right? Which should goes beyond the virtual classrooms. It's just not about classrooms. Now, only classrooms would not work. If you talk about it's only classrooms, some sessions like this happening, we have to go more virtual, more artificial intelligence, AI should come across, right? That includes labs, that includes assessments, that includes examinations, and tools for communication, which is at the most, and collaborations, collaborations which can provide analytics for instructors, for institutions, for students, and parents. We must not forget that how much worried our parents are. Parents are really thinking on what has to be done, how my child is learning or not. So this is all there, and we must all believe that to do so, there is a resilience which should come. That impact which has thrown on education, which was thrown on a lot of industries, a resilience has come. What is a resilience? I'm not asking any dictionary definition. Okay, somebody says there is, okay, Rohan says there's a large difference between physically present and virtually attending. 100% right, Rohan. So that is what excuse me, so that is what we all have been missing, right? We all have been thinking about. And how did you feel after? So let's be honest, how did you feel after those 1.5 2 months of lockdown, when you step out of your house and you met your friends for the first time? You feel wow, and that wow was not there before. The more it was stopped, the more everybody started being in with each other. So to create that online, so what do you think? Will online remain or will offline just fade away? Now, statistics says the offline will never fade away, but there has to be a balanced vertical of both. There has to be a blend of both online and offline. But this online should also comprise of a robust infrastructure. The colleges, the students, schools, everywhere, the higher end education, everybody, even the organizations, the companies who are doing trainings across, they've all gone online. Now they want to make sure that the infrastructure supports it, the AI takes care of it, so the resilience has to be there. Now, what is resilience as per you? I want to hear in the chat box, what is resilience as per you all? Let me see in the chat box, what is resilience as per pandemic? Okay, I don't need a definition. I want to know from you, what do you think word resilience is related to pandemic situations? What is that resilience is all about? I'm waiting for the chat box responses. Ma'am, by the time we can move to the next slide, please. One more slide next. Okay, I'm waiting for the answers in the chat box. I want Rohan, Ajish, Venkatesh, uh, Priya, everyone to be active again and tell me, what do you mean by this resilience? You see the pandal, yes, okay, I see being able to adapt. Amazing. I have someone new as writing. Subhasri, wow. Yes, it is to adapt. You see the pendulum in front of you, the middle pendulum is stable and the others are moving. Just look at it, think what is resilience. Don't go on your Google and find out. Just feel whatever you think of. A positive attitude during COVID. Okay, nice, Ajish. I liked when you all are being very honest in writing and not Googling it up. So please don't Google it. There is no need to do it. There are no examinations happening. So just write, okay, change or transformation. Rohan says change or transformation. Wow, wonderful. Getting used to new changes. Correct. Let me hear out some more. So, resilience is anything. If you talk about resilience, it is not possible unless you accept the reality. You address the disruption happened during the pandemic. Now, last year, whatever disruption happened, if we keep ignoring it and we keep saying it, oh, there was nothing much, everything was good, recovered, it was just a matter of some months and things are okay, then you are not accepting the facts. And the facts are, now the new normal is not just the normal, it is the best normal which you all have to strive for. So, okay, I see being calm and composed during this stressful time. Wonderful, wonderful, Subhashri. Yes, you have to be. So resilience is about accepting, is about adapting, is about making sure what you know is, what is change, it is inevitable. So when you know that you have to be stable and yet respond in a more composed way, this is where the resilience comes. Now when you talk about this resilience, it has to be in the industries also. The future should have this resilience. This transformation, these are very, very big words when we talk about. Now this transformation should happen, excuse me, this transformation should happen within. The transformation is required within. Now we move to the next slide and we see what is next. If you get the resilience, what is that you do? What is that you do? You look for opportunities, you look for ways to grow. Now what are the industries as per you? What do you think, what industries has grown in this time? Tell me sectors that you thought boomed during the pandemic time. I'm talking about during pandemic time. So write down the sectors which you think has grown in pandemic time, right? Those who have got a lot of money. What do you think? These are the areas where, or these are the sectors who have gone, who have really filled their pocket. The business houses have filled their pocket. What do you think? I'm waiting in the chat box for you all to write. Okay, wonderful. Agriculture. Rubal says agriculture. Okay, Rubal Bhandari, hello to you. Agriculture. What else others feel? Mask, sanitizer. So a part of medical industry. Okay, Parson says mask productions, online trading and online business. That's nice. IT sectors. Ajish, you're talking about a specific area in Andaman. Okay, fisheries. Right, fisheries. Okay. So you think fisheries as a business has increased? Okay. Let me see some more answers. Zoom platform. Pharmaceutical, grocery shops. Oh yes, everybody has seen lines, out of grocery shops, and we see grocery shops. Okay. Mhm. Let me have some more responses from you all. Okay, I don't want your name. I want the industry, the sector which has increased as per you. Digital platform and apps like Zoom, Google Meets. Okay, Rohan, nice observation. Great. So now I will show you in the next slide what all are the sectors which has actually, the 5 sectors which have been booming as per the research. Online shopping. Oh yes. I'm sure you all must have enjoyed a lot of shopping. So what are these sectors? Online. So you see, tech is what we are talking about. So we move to the next slide and you will see EdTech, that is education with technology. Yes, correct. Demand for Ayurved medicines and farms. So now I'll tell you EdTech, education with technology. Online gaming has improved, right? Agri-tech. Now, when you talk about agriculture, when you talk about farming, when you talk about food, groceries, everything somewhere or the other comes from the agriculture. Right. So the agri-tech is increasing. Now you see, agriculture with technology is a blend of a sector which has been increasing. Medical tech. So it is again medicinal with technology interventions, making it more viable for people to work on. And online media, when we talk about online education, when we talk about social media, I'm sure you all must be there on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. What did you use most during the lockdown? Okay, tell me, which social media did you use most during the lockdown? And being honest, huh? Being very honest, yes? Which social media you used more during these lockdown time? I'm waiting for the answers. Instagram. Okay, Subhashri says Instagram. Okay, Salvakar again says Instagram. Let me hear out. Twitter. Okay, nice. Twitter is again Instagram. So I see Instagram is on the top. Let's hear out. YouTube. Nice. What did you learn from YouTube? Mohan Raj. Instagram. Priya says Instagram. Okay, I like the font, Priya. All right. Let's hear out from more others. Let's let others also reply. I need to know which social media you were most present on or you used most last year. Instagram and Twitter. Nice. Instagram. So I see a lot of people saying Instagram, right? Why did we see Instagram most? Because of the content, the variety of content, personality development. Okay, Monraj, personality development, but on what platform? YouTube, Instagram, Facebook? Where did you do it? Or some other, Instagram again? So see, social media, online media is that field, that sector which has bloomed and which will be blooming further. But will it bloom just like that? Okay, there's this, what is that one application which was banned after the lockdown or during the lockdown time? This one application which was banned. Who knows the name? One application which was banned during the lockdown. Think of that one application, when we have banned it. TikTok, right? TikTok, a lot of people using TikTok, and suddenly the application was banned and every person was switched. PUBG, yes, PUBG was also banned, TikTok was banned. So I see the responses come very fast when you talk about social media, and otherwise people were very slow writing. So I can see students, so TikTok was banned, PUBG was banned. The result was banning these applications has resulted the whole traffic of online media turned into different social media panels where they could do the same, where they could be available at the same time. But you see, adaptability becomes so fast. One application banned, no worries, I have second, jump. Similarly, you are the client for these, right? Share it, okay? You're the client. Now look at the client perspective. When you go out in the world, in the business, what do you see as a client perspective? Clients switch fast. Now, if you want them to retain with you, you have to make sure you do something different in the industry so that they stand with you. You have to create that solution giving approach, which I was talking in the start of the session. So now I will be showing you some more sectors. Now I will tell you the industries which is on growth during the COVID-19 and post COVID-19. So think about the industries. Ma'am, can we move to the next slides? I'm giving you opportunities to see what industries has bring to us, which all industries have brought something to us, right? So if we see those industries, e-commerce. E-commerce is that industry which has brought a lot to us. Now when you say e-commerce as an industry, what do you understand? Somebody said online shopping also, right? Somebody said online shopping. So e-commerce is a part of it. When you want to buy something, regular interactions in Updations is most important to retain clients. Very well said, Rubal. It does. That interaction should not go away. And with this regular interaction, you have to make sure that you give them the best. The best has no definition. The best is something which solves their problem. And you should be good enough to make them realize that how important is the problem. So the solution becomes most important. Now see, e-commerce has done that. So I'll give you a small insight which has nothing to do with COVID, but just an example to make you all understand about it. You see, when buying online was not easy, people were not okay buying online. You have to go to the store, experience the clothes, experience the material, and get it. You have Flipkart, you have eBay. Everyone was doing okay, decent, not so much. But suddenly, Amazon has changed the entire way to look at it. What they did? What they did different? Can anyone tell me in the chat box what Amazon did different to stand out from eBay? Okay, I'm waiting in the chat boxes again. Chat box should be fast. Think of what Amazon did different from other e-commerce websites. Okay, let me see in the cash on delivery. Okay, nice, Subhashri. Nice observation. Giving more discounts. All right. Okay. Okay, I'm waiting for more answers. Easy returns. Wonderful, Ajish. Easy returns, no hassle. So yes, they did all of it. One thing which they did to stand out different was the logistic part. When you order something, you're not following up with the courier guy. Bhaiya kahan pahunche? No, where are you? Have you reached? You're not following up with the courier guy. They're giving you live status update. Your material is packed. I'm talking about when Amazon introduced it and nobody was doing it. I'm not talking about today's scenario. So when you talk about your clients and you have to, pull them, you have to create that market. Amazon has created social media, the e-commerce market. Amazon has made it so well that everybody, now you have AGO, now you have Nykaa, now you have, Myntra, all these are now offering on the same line. But one has to do it before. Now Amazon, to sustain, now they have added groceries, now they have added FMCG products, they have added everything. Now it is almost like a shop and shop, one stop shop model, where you get everything from clothes to your hangers, right? Everything from microwave to anything to cook in that microwave. So you have to expand your deliverables. But if you can't expand your deliverables because of the challenges you have in your industry, you have to see what best you can give in that deliverable. Now, somebody says some duplicate products are delivered. It comes with the pros and cons of the digital life we all are in. Now e-commerce is that industry which I have explained you. Logistics is again another part which will be blooming more and is also blooming right now post pandemic. Medical textiles, when you talk about mask is what? It's a medical textile things. Medical textile is really increasing. Now we talk about home workout equipment. How many of you have actually asked for some equipment wherein you can do exercise at home, or you may find something at your home to do exercises? Home workout equipment is another sector which has increased. Now you have to be more innovative in these home workout, because what you can work out with the equipment in gym, it is not necessary you can do the same at home. You may cause injuries. So the industry has to evolve and come up with something unique in this so that their health has been maintained. No injuries are there. Now we talk about online streaming services. You all have seen Netflix has gone high. You all have seen Amazon Prime. Now, what is that? MX channel has also evolved. So many live streaming things have come up with. Podcasts have also become one of the pioneer for people to listen about. So see, you see, the industry has evolved so much. TV advertisements has gone low. The advertisements had shifted to online streaming services. MX Player, yes, correct, Ajish. We have a very famous, series on that player. So yes. Now see, I'll tell you now another thing. What you talk about is emerging sectors post COVID. Post COVID, what are the sectors which you think are emerging and why? Why are these sectors emerging? Yeah, I see somebody's writing things that we've used in outside that we can use it in our home now. Yes, but okay, great. Now I will tell you post COVID what are these what are these sectors which are increasing, which are emerging, and which has good opportunities. Now we talk about advanced engineering and manufacturing. The Make in India effort of Indian government campaign, it was the single biggest development for the new government's policies. It was Make in India, not Made in India. Always remember there's a difference between make and made, right? So you should see, when you talk about growth, when you talk about development, it is important to change the focus to fostering investment, innovation, protecting intellectual property rights at the same time, and building best in class. So the manufacturing infrastructure, the advanced engineering is one industry which will be booming post COVID. Okay. Then we talk about digital innovation. Now, do you know India is the third largest internet literate population? Do you all know that? Today in the world, India is the third largest internet literate population. And it is estimated that somewhere around 500 million internet users will be there in, more than that, sorry, 500 million users were there in, yes, in 2018, there were 500 million users of internet. Now you can see what is the opportunity of India. It's the third largest population, literate population for internet literacy we are talking about here. So you have to see India is 19% and there's a significant opportunity to grow in terms of digital innovation, because a lot of Indian customers and consumers are moving towards the digital technologies, and this opens up a plethora of opportunities. It is an ocean of opportunities which you all must see happening. Now I see some comments. Just a sec. Yeah. Correct. Now when we see energy is one segment which is broad, which is very broad. But what is energy? If you talk about India as an only country, India is the fourth largest consumer. I'm talking about consumer. Now see, when I say consumer in any country, consumer means there are a lot of prospects. So a lot of companies would like to capture the market because consumers are there, right? Consumers are there. So India's energy consumption, if you talk about India's energy consumption, it has grew from 7.1%, which was supposed to be in 2014-15. It has increased, and that is at the rate of 7.1% it has increased, and it is the highest rate in major economies. So major economies are the countries which are already growing a lot, and they've been finding it out. Another is financial, legal, and professional services. So financial, legal, and professional services, if you talk about these sectors, the financial service sectors, they are the important contributor in India's GDP. I hope you all know what is GDP, right? So they approximately share 6%, nearly 6% of share in India's GDP. And now it has increased. They have increased a lot. Infrastructure. The 3D design machine has brought a lot of innovation in infrastructure. Now, through the machines, the building designs, the 3D designs have been cascaded, and a lot of countries have been doing it. So this is again one area where the future belongs to, right? Life sciences and healthcare. Now we all understand what is life sciences and healthcare. So if we talk about, it is approximately 61 billion, I suppose, pounds. It was in pounds. 61 billion pounds economy when you talk about life sciences and healthcare. And this was in 2018. Now you think about 2020, it is just growing tremendously. It is growing with the growth rate of 15%. So the statistics says that life sciences and healthcare will be the future. You have to go into a lot of artificial intelligence in it, and then you need to find out solutions for the upcoming things. We have to become more immune, right? Pandemic has shown us. Then the next industry is retail, foods. You all have been witnessing foods, drinks, logistics, retail stores. We all were talking about, yes. Okay, wonderful, Rohan. You understand what is GDP. Nice. Okay. So, I might reply some of the responses late because this is how technology is responding to me. Skills and education is another industry which will be blooming a lot, because more of the growth comes from the knowledge, innovation, and that innovation comes from the education. So education should not be ever left behind. Sports. Now, what do you think? Why sports is there? Why do you think sports as an industry will be the future industry? Write down in the chat box quickly. Why do you think can be the industry? So the sports economy has grown from more than 480 million, pounds. It has grown like this. From 10% to almost 35%, the economy has grown. For only sports, I'm talking about. So Indian sports is one thing which has grown now. If you talk about global, you have huge and you have commendable areas to work on in sports. So moving further, can we move to the next slide? So now I want to know what's your take in it. Let me hear out from you all. Any questions, or what did you find best in today's interaction session? What did you like most about it? Let me hear it out from you. If you have any questions regarding some industries, I'm waiting for all of you to write. Okay, I'm waiting for all of your responses, and then we will go to the end of the session. Meanwhile, ma'am, we can move to the next slide. Thank you. So, just to tell you all, I'm sure the insights I've been sharing with you was good for you. The knowledge which was passed from us, within ourselves. You will find some ways and choose your industries wisely when it comes to any of the field. Every field has a marketing position, has an engineering position, has an IT position, has a sales position, has an HR position. But you have to think wisely before you choose any of the industry. And when you choose industry, okay, we have a question. Is it a question, Venkata, how much this pandemic has made us use and create the technology? Is it a question, or you are telling me? I'm waiting for more questions, guys. If you have any questions, but if you have any questions, do write on the chat box. I'm waiting for your questions. The session gives new ideas and information. Thank you so much, Parsnath. I'm happy that we could give you some information on the future of industries. Any questions further?
So thank you, Bhawna. Thank you for the wonderful session.
You have covered almost all the different insights. And now I request Madam Udra to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you.
Ma'am, before the vote of thanks begins, I would really like to thank all the audience who were listening to me. Wonderful audience, actually. Very participative over the chat box. I could see people participating and writing it down. So thank you so much for this wonderful audience, giving me this love and affection of audience who were quite participative.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, all. As all good things come to an end in life, so is the webinar. On behalf of Guru Nanak College, I take this opportunity to propose the vote of thanks to those who have directly and indirectly contributed to this webinar on challenges and novel strategies in education in post-COVID world, organized by the Guru Nanak Centers for Research and the Department of Marketing Management. At the outset, I thank our chief guest and resource person, Ms. Bhawna Sugandha. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and presence. We are thankful to our Honorable General Secretary and Correspondent, Sardar Manjit Singh Nair, for his motivation. I would like to thank our principal for his enthusiastic support. A special thanks to the organizing committee, teaching and non-teaching staff for their unflinching support and coordination. Our heartfelt thanks to our students for active participation. With these warm words and kind message, we move to the end of today's webinar. Thank you. Thank you one and all for your valuable participation in the day one of the International Industry Academia Conclave. With these words, I would like to wind up today's session. Jai Hind. Thank you.
I just missed if there is something said.